footage or any eyewitnesses to come forward and speak to our homicide bureau. At this point, I don't have that information right now, and as it's still in our early stages, and we are urging anyone to come forward and speak with our investigators. At this time, we do not have any suspect information, but we are working diligently with our in the area. Sorry.
We know that one of those buildings, flew across the street and pierced the window of a law firm right there, and an employee could have been sitting at his desk. It was a close call. Could you just talk about the concern that this many bullets flying in broad daylight around the lunch hour? There's a bus stop down there. A window was pierced. Flew through an office.
I can see how that's very concerning. However, at this point, again, it's very early stages in the investigation. We are canvassing for any video footages, appealing to the public for any witnesses to come forward and speak with our homicide bureau so that we can gain more information on the circumstances. At this time, I do not have any further information when it comes to this incident. Again, it is very early stages.
Does this appear to be targeted?
At this point, we believe this to be an isolated incident, and there's no threat to public safety at this time.
Do we know what the victim is doing in this parking lot? Is he associated to a business here?
That information I do not have at this point.
Did witnesses run to aid the victim? I heard that once the shooting stopped, people went to tend to him.
At this point, the only information I know is that police, when they arrived, rendered assistance. I don't know if any actual individuals came prior.
Concerning is that not a shooting like this, witnesses saying 14, 15 shots fired, broad daylight, bullets were flying across the street from the Wild West. What can you say about that in terms of public? They're concerned about their safety.
I can say that, again, that is something that is of concern, but with our homicide bureau canvassing the area, we will hopefully be able to catch these individuals and have this come to an end. Thank you.
There's an update from Peel Regional Police after a fatal shooting in Mississauga happened shortly before noon at Tranmere Drive and Telford Way. We're giving you a closer look of this crime scene now. You can see a number of evidence markers there. This is not far from Pearson Airport, happening in a very industrial area. Police not able to say too much. They were asked, is this a targeted incident? And at this point, they say they do believe it is isolated and that there is no threat to public safety. They're also canvassing the area for any footage, asking witnesses to come forward.